Hello, my tubies, my TikTokers. I was away from you for a moment. I had, I'm an advice coach and I work on how you say donation basis. I just got through speaking with the most interesting woman, a mother, who she is feeling so much guilt because she wasn't perfect and she wanted my advice in terms of how do I get past the guilt and whatever the hell of not being the perfect mom. She was awesome. I enjoyed conversating with her. She's what I call a keeper that I would keep as a friend. Because there's some people who call me, I leave my information in the description area with my phone number, well, at least my business phone number, and my email address. And that's how people get in contact with me. I work on a donation basis. And speaking with her and several other people, they're keepers. Like we visit each other. She lives in Seattle. I live in New York. She'll come here to New York. I'll go to Seattle. And I don't like to travel that much, but for her, I will because she's smart. And she seems like an amazing mom. And like I said, they treat good mothers the same way they treat bad mothers, what have you. She spoiled her kids rotten. Anyway, this video is about, there are good women out here. And when I say good women, you don't have to pay her bills because you have a lot of women out here. They're talking about they want you to make $100,000. You got to be 6 feet, whatever, all that dumb nonsense. Anyway, there are a lot of good women out here like me. I'm a 50-50 type of woman. That's a good woman to me. Proverbs 31 all day long. She was not no stay-at-home wife and no stay-at-home mother. She got up off her behind and went out into the workforce and made money. She contributed. But you have a lot of women who were raised up against me. They believe in sprinkle, let them pay for everything. Become financially dependent. And that way, when he runs off on you, you're all assed out. Excuse my French. Anyway, without further ado, check out this clip, educational purposes, as all of my videos are, and I'll come back with my commentary.
You men do know that there's good women out there that you don't have to pay their bills. You don't have to invest into them to get dates. You don't have to do too much to get their attention. You just have to get their attention. There are plenty of women that like you for you. When I say you have to spend money, you still have to take them on dates. You still have to do things for them, but you don't have to give her liquid cash. You don't have to pay her bills. It's a suggestion, but there's a lot of women that don't even like that and don't even want that. And those are good women. They might not be the Instagram models that you see. They might not be the club girls that you see, but there are women with careers. There are women who still work in the nightlife that have their own money and don't want men to do nothing for them. Just because I put it in the video, just because you hear it, doesn't mean every single girl that you talk to has to be a girl that you gotta pay her bills, that you gotta sell, that you gotta cash up. There's plenty of good women out there that just want you to take them on an expensive date, that just want you to show them some attention, that just want you to have conversation and just want you to be there. But you better be a good man and not a bozo and have good history.
There are good women out there where you don't have to pay her bills. Like I've listened to a lot of men and they said the moment they met these women, they talking about hit me up, money in my cash app. That's some nonsense because if I was a man, I wouldn't be doing it. But he says there are good women out there who you don't have to do much or nothing except for take her on a date. No, baby, there's so much more to if you want a good woman. I know I'm I'm not a good woman. That's not true. I'm a great woman. I'm amazing, mind-blowing, awesome. Guess what? Not arrogant, never that. Healthy self-esteem and very confident. Absolutely. And no, let me tell you what you have to do with a good woman. Well, how about this woman? This good woman. You have to stimulate me mentally. You have to build me up spiritually. I don't want nobody who's going to sit up here and teach me about the Bible because I've read the Bible over and God, Jehovah God and Jesus is my witness over 50 times. So I know the Bible through and through from the beginning, Genesis to Revelations, all throughout it. What you have to do is you have to be a motivational speaker. You have to be an inspiration. You have to be like a Joyce Myers. You have to be like a Charles Stanley. You have to be like Priscilla Shirer. You have to know how to be an influential speaker. Because all the stuff you're telling me and spilling to me, I already know that. I don't like TD Jakes. They scream too much. A lot of black people, when it comes to being pastors, ministers, deacons, they scream. And the Lord said, I went to church with my husband. Yeah, I went to church with him yesterday. And I enjoyed some of the meeting, what have you, and then they got these pastors on here talking about, and the Lord said, and we're supposed to read, and Lord, and then they're loud. They got tambourines all in your ear. They have people all inside where regular people sit, and they're screaming out, yes, Lord, oh Jesus, they all holy, yeah, and everybody's going like that. Now, Jesus Christ did not teach like that. No. We're supposed to be following Jesus' example in the way that Jesus Christ taught. T.D. Jake and all these other mostly black ministers and black preachers, they're loud. I like Priscilla Shirer, but she's loud. She's ostentatious, way overly showy, what I'm saying. Ostentatious, and she's not very concrete. She's abstract. Her teaching is very abstract. I don't get that. You know, I like people who are motivational speakers. So like he sits here and he says, you don't have to do much for these women. All you got to do is give them attention. First of all, I'm not an attention addict. So that works on attention addict type women, never me. You got to stimulate me mentally. Please keep me interested. So people automatically assume, well, in order to stimulate her mentally, that must be hard. No, it's not. Do you know how to play table topics? Go on Google, type in table topics, and then throw some questions at me, and then I get to throw them at you, and that stimulates me mentally because I'm getting to know you. Read books and share with me what you just read. That's all it takes. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to have your doctrine, your PhD, your no master's degree. You don't even have to have your bachelor's. All you have to do is know how to go on Google topics, topics for conversation. Let's exchange. And then you'll find, because I went to the eye doctor today, so I took some eye medicine or what have you. My eyes are a bit whatever, and I might have to put on some shades. I go from regular person to rock star. Bam! Yeah, I have glaucoma, and sometimes the light hurts my eyes. But yeah, all is well. But yeah, it don't take much to stimulate me. Let me tell you, there's 3 things you got to have to keep my interest, and not for me to block, delete. Because I let go of a lot of people because only 3 things you have to have with me is mental stimulation. That means you like to play table topics, ask questions, or you like to read books and you share the information with me. You like to look at documentaries and you be like, yo, I was checking out this documentary, it was on, and then you share that with me. You have to know how to make me laugh. Always keep your sense of humor, because without your sense of humor, it's over. It's a wrap. And you always have to, this is the most important one, build me up spiritually. Build me up spiritually. That's all it takes. So what he's sitting up here talking about, all you got to do with a woman is take her out to dinner, or what have you, child, whatever. And I'm what you call, and I'm not a good woman, I'm a great woman. And the thing is, I know it. Healthy self-esteem, confident as all get out. I believe in 50-50. I'm not going to have my whole survival depend on no man. That's never going to happen if I can help it. Like they say, never say never, because I never know what situation I may find myself in. And maybe one day I may have to depend on a man. But I assure you, if I'm going to have to depend on him financially, I'm going to give him the hard work for my money. And I'm not talking about sexually. I manage a household like no other. I could cook my butt off. I put, what is her name? This woman, the Betty Crocker, to shame. And anything that I don't know, I look at my girlfriend, Honey Be Cool, Huny, Be Cool. She got all the recipes. She cooks everything from scratch. She's amazing. Check out her channel. That's my girl. We've been friends for what? This year with 47 years. Yeah. Huny, the letter B, cool, Cool. Amazing girl. So anything that I don't know how to cook, I can learn it from her. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to play this again to show that, I don't know what kind of women he's meeting or what have you. Nah, baby. Deal breaker for me is if you can't build me up spiritually or inspire me or motivate me spiritually, you're not a motivational speaker. You're not an inspirational speaker. You're not teaching me things. I need somebody who could teach me something when we're having conversations. Other than that, I feel like I've just wasted my time. Time is something you can't get back. But anyway, without further ado, let's listen to dude here again. Whatever, child.
You will lose.
Yeah, right, man. Whatever, honey.
Men do know that there's good women out there that you don't have to pay their bills. You don't have to invest into them to get dates. You don't have to do too much to get their attention. You just have to get their attention. There are plenty of women that like you for you. When I say you have to spend money, you still have to take them on dates. You still have to do things for them, but you don't have to give her liquid cash. You don't have to pay her bills. It's a suggestion, but there's a lot of women that don't even like that and don't even want that. And those are good women. They might not be the Instagram models that you see. They might not be the club girls that you see, but there are women with careers. There are women who still work in the nightlife that have their own money and don't want men to do nothing for them. Just because I put it in the video, just because you hear it, doesn't mean every single girl that you talk to has to be a girl that you gotta pay her bills, that you gotta sell, that you gotta cash out. There's plenty of good women out there that just want you to take them on an expensive date, that just want you to show them some attention, that just want you to have conversation and just want you to be there. But you better be a good man and not a bozo and have good history. What's she gonna go with? Hopes? If she ain't never seen you do nothing for nobody else, good luck, Chuck.
There's one thing that he said also that I just want to leave my final comment. It's not about, he's talking about all you got to do is get her attention. It's not about just getting my attention. It's about, can you keep my attention? And yeah, you got my attention, but how long can you keep it?